Hello, this is Blakey Rat.
And this is Rantus.
Welcome to the finale of Earth Defense Force Insect Armageddon. This is Robots in the News. So,
yes. Welcome back for the
what?
Exciting conclusion. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. This is episode 15, which is the 15th best episode there is. And, so, wow. Review the whole game? Nah. So, yeah, we just finished killing the queen ant, who was building a gigantic ant hole.
I still think it's a land oyster.
In the middle of basically a arena or something, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, in some public park or something in Detroit, and we just killed her with a gigantic... No, we killed her, and then we set a gigantic nuke down in front of the tunnel in front of her, and then we tried to get evacuated, but our hovercraft got shot down, because like every hovercraft in EDF is piloted by an idiot. So that's where we left off, and so now our mission here is to escape from the bomb, which is apparently still just ticking away, although now it's behind the red force field, as you can see.
Yeah, somehow the ants got in here in between episodes and actually managed to set up a force field to block us from actually going back and turning the bomb off.
Well, we were in the staging room for quite a while.
Well, that is true. Only an instant to everybody else. Oh, we actually have to stay here and kill stuff, apparently.
Yeah.
As opposed to running away from the bomb like a sane...
If I remember right... Yeah, I know. If I remember right, the purpose of this mission is you basically slowly make your way down this wide street. And yeah, apparently we set the timer on the bomb for like 500 minutes because it really is not...
What is going on with the... Yeah, wow, that was interesting.
You have to finish your sentences. What's going on with the what?
Your missiles were like in a holding pattern, just like above the ground. They were going in circles that were like 2 feet.
Yeah, they do that because they only have a limited turn radius, and if the target's like directly in the middle.
Yeah, except instead of doing their normal like orbit pattern, they were spazzing back and forth at maybe like a 2-foot interval.
That's probably his leg.
Yeah, that's
we were playing over a network.
There is no such thing as lag. It's user error.
My Xbox is twice as fast as every other Xbox in the market.
It does. We actually have a direct connection. We ran fiber between our houses, which are nearly 20 miles away.
Yeah, hilarious. No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
Just playing on Xbox Live. Behind the scenes there. A little behind the scenes.
We're playing on developer Xboxes that have special network connections.
I've actually played with the developer Xbox, and I can pretty much tell you they're identical to this marketing one. The only difference is they have a PC software that hooks up to them, and they can always take a screenshot.
They also have some kind of cool software launching capabilities, like navigating through folders and stuff to launch. Execute.
No, that's on the helper PC. That's not on the Xbox itself.
No, it's there's actually the new one set up like that.
Well, I used them when they were like less than a year old, so that's true. Maybe there's high capability ones.
Yeah, the new ones.
We're gonna have a lot of time to talk about this while we kill about 800,000 more of these spiders.
Yeah, for anybody who actually cares. But it is kind of interesting since developer Xboxes are not often talked about.
Well, people who develop games for Xbox probably talk about it every day.
Well, that is probably true. The handful of those people who actually watch our channel.
But seriously, the cool thing about Xbox is that you don't need an Xbox to develop Xbox games. Microsoft has a toolkit called XNA, and you can develop them on any PC for a very cheap cost. So you should go to your local electronics retailer and buy an Xbox today. Tell them I sent you.
Yeah, we get kickbacks.
Tell them Blakey Rack sent you.
Yeah, the person at your local GameStop, just give them our name. They'll know.
Don't go to GameStop, seriously though.
Actually, yeah, don't go to GameStop. We pretty much despise GameStop. Go to Amazon.
They have an appropriate name because they stop me from buying games.
Crickets.
I'm not doing the sound effects thing. I don't care how often you say crickets.
That's why I added my own.
So, you think we'll get comments from people on YouTube? Because if we do get comments...
How about GameStop is awesome?
No. It's not about GameStop. No, I want to see if we get comments about like how we're doing the videos, and if people have opinions on what we're doing right or wrong, I would like to hear them. Especially if you have an opinion on whether we should be adding cricket sound effects when I make awesome jokes that other people don't appreciate.
I think we should just add general sound effects.
No. Way too cartoony. So that would be Rantis on the yes side, and Blake, you're out on the no side of do we add cartoony sound effects that sound stupid. And I'm not trying to influence the vote or anything by saying they sound stupid. I'm just factually saying they sound stupid.
And I think he takes this way too seriously, so I think you should side with the person who's correct, which is obviously me, the one who's getting more kills.
Should we talk about the game? Oh yeah, more kills, so that makes sense.
Clearly I know what I'm doing.
So this is the whole Hector family. We have the daddy and 2 little kids.
Yeah.
I'm firing at the daddy.
Oh, I'm killing the kids first, because obviously that's the first thing you have to do.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. What just happened?
You killed one of the kids.
I have 12 health. That's...
You're gonna piss off Daddy now.
Awesome.
Oh, wow, that missile attack.
Oh, that would be
yeah,
why.
hey,
also,
let's get some health back.
Yeah, don't get crushed by the feet, because I think the feet will kill you in one hit.
I'm guessing a lot of things will kill me, and I'm not doing too hot health-wise. I actually need a revive. How you doing?
I just went and picked up a bunch of health, so I'm okay.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna try and not get crushed by the foot. Oh, look. You guys are both gonna... Oh, wait. What?
Yeah, what you need to do is draw this robot away before you...
That was not me. That was Oldman. Because he's...
Wow. How did he do that?
I don't know.
And then I instantly died again.
No, the best thing was on my screen, which obviously has no lag whatsoever. He died before he finished reviving you. So...
But is he alive or dead right now?
He's dead. You're both dead.
Okay.
I will revive you in a minute. Oh, we have fellow EDF members who are hopefully going to draw.
Yeah, we finally found the rest of the EDF members now that they're inside the middle of a bomb detonation area.
Yeah.
That's where they've been hanging out. You can't die, by the way.
Yeah, I can't die. I am actually God mode engaged right now.
You're not, because I can see your hit points just drop down by 1/4.
That's because you shot a giant... Oh, it's going to drop more.
You know, if you jump at the right time, you can avoid those.
Oh.
Well, it depends how far away you are. They travel along the ground at a certain range.
Oh, I was pretty... Yeah, I was pretty much guaranteed to get hit where I was.
Ooh.
I will say the revive on...
That's your special power.
Oh, that hurts. Yeah, that is my special power. That and running faster.
This is gonna hurt me now. Oof.
Wow, that was like half your health.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna grab this health pack over here in this drainage ditch.
I wonder if I'm out of range. Nope, I still got that. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know what the range is on the health pickups, but it's pretty far. It might be the whole map, honestly.
It might be, you know.
Okay, while he's shooting at you, I'm gonna stand on the other side of him and shoot his ass.
Well, that's good, because his weak spot is facing right towards me. I'm probably running right up against the...
You still do damage if you shoot him the other way. And the funny thing is I have these stupid plasma turrets that I can't use because it actually doesn't have the height.
You staggered. Kill him.
The plasma turrets, there he's dead. We have to continue to X-ray his position.
Explodes.
Yeah, he can do a lot of nasty. Although he mostly just knocks you about, I think. I don't think he actually damages too much, does he?
Yeah, the explosions do a lot of damage.
Yeah. We have to head towards X-ray's position, which is apparently one of our other EDF teams that now exists. Now there's EDF teams.
What happened?
Oh, look, he had another baby.
Actually, so remarkably, when I was running away from the giant Hector, I turned around to watch one of the Hectors, or the smaller Hectors die, and I wasn't shooting it at the time, so I have to imagine the other EDF members we always think are useless must have actually been doing something.
Yeah, but what we could have done is had it like 99% dead, and they did like 1 hit point.
Well, that's also quite possible.
There's another Hector.
You actually can't tell how much health these smaller Hectors have.
Are we sure that it's the ants that travel in like ant hills and not Hectors?
No. Again, they come out of the ground, so who knows?
So maybe the Hectors are ants.
Oh, they're being piloted by ants.
No. But you know how ants have different castes? Like they have the queens and the workers and the soldiers and stuff?
So
the Hectors are just like soldier ants.
So what humans normally associate as ants are actually just the lower class.
No,
of the
they're
ants.
still ants.
Yeah, no, they're
But the
still
hectors
ants,
are
but
also
they're the lower,
ants.
They're the lower caste.
No. You're assigning a higher and lower value where none applies. They're
I thought that's
all
what
equal.
caste. I thought that's how the
No,
caste
they have a
system works.
specific. They're specialized. That doesn't mean they're better or worse. The ant colony needs every single ant.
Yeah, but typically some
Racist.
have higher value
Ant
than
racist.
that's caste systems have hierarchies.
Ant
Just-
racist.
Just saying.
What? We're talking about ants.
Yeah, but it's a caste system.
It's just an ant. It's just the way they are.
You know what? The golden ants who lay the golden eggs, I think they're worth more, okay?
Yeah. If they existed, they would be. I'll agree with that. Okay, so that the green shields on the map, I guess those are X-ray?
I think so.
Yeah, well, either way, they put a marker here. Oh, yeah, they're there. They're coming towards the marker, so that must be them.
Yeah, we have some Tango Alpha X-ray going on.
Guess what we have to fight now?
We have some taxes. But bad jokes. Bad jokes.
Yeah, we have to fight bad jokes. I was going to say I'm pretty sure it's mantises, but bad jokes.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, hey, look. Is our friend around?
Look, there it is.
You got him on the screen?
Holy crap.
Oh, yeah.
That is,
Oh, yeah. Guess what that is, everyone?
It's a super carrier Independence Day style eyeball ship.
I thought we got mantises, but these are just more hectors.
Wasps. No, there's wasps. I'm just almost...
Wasps are worse. I was excited about mantises. Hectors.
I actually kind of like the Hectors.
They're okay.
Yeah.
Mantises have more varied attacks.
Yeah. But they don't run around groaning, so they're just less exciting.
Speaking of running around groaning, I could use a health pack if you have access to one, which it doesn't look like you do anymore.
No, I do not. The closest one
Oh,
was
wait, there's one right
actually-
in front of me now. The Hector dropped one.
which also didn't show up on the map thanks to the weapon drop. Oh, there's another weapon drop. And more health.
Are you blooping or is that me?
I'm not blooping. I don't know what you're talking about.
I turn off all my IM programs while we do this, but unfortunately Skype is Skype.
I couldn't hear it on my end.
I know, that's because it's coming through my Skype. Why would that get transmitted over the wire? Think about this.
This is a good question.
Yeah. I apologize to everyone who had to hear bleeping sounds. Are you killing that wasp?
No,
Hector's
I'm
almost
killing
dead.
the Hector Mark II or whatever these things are called.
See, I just jumped at that shockwave and I managed to dodge it. If you get the timing right and if you're far enough away that it's not just instant death for everyone.
You're behind me, and I didn't even get hit, and I didn't jump, so...
I know, that's how good I am.
The range on the, like, fist-pound shockwave is pretty small, so as long as you're outside of that, you don't even have to worry about it.
Well, visually it looks bigger than it is, I guess. You need more health, by the way.
I am well aware of that. What?
Well...
Oh, Captain Sully came to rescue us. That's what the left thumbstick was zooming in on. Oh no, I want to get the weapons before...
Get his big health pack before you think about weapons.
That's what well, they're right next to each other, so...
And then help me kill this other Hector.
I just got an Ukonen.
Oh, Hector's shooting at me without even looking. That's cheating. So we don't know what these aliens are, what they look like, but one thing we can be pretty certain about is they only have one eye.
Yeah,
I
because
feel
all of
confident
their...
in saying that.
Yeah. They all only have one eye. It's like a robotic thing. Clearly, one eye is better than multiple.
Well, maybe they have like rangefinders, so they don't need depth perception.
Also, did you notice the giant Hector behind us as well that we kind of missed?
The one I've been shooting at?
I don't know.
Oh, no, there is another one.
I said giant Hector, not normal-sized one.
Excuse me, they're all giant.
Well, no. It's like the frosted mini-wheats thing.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, there's
I'm
clearly...
not talking about frosted mini-wheats.
They're bite-sized frosted mini-wheats, and the giant Hectors are just regular mini-wheats. Ooh, I am really...
Okay, now I have to explain it. So the joke there is that mini-wheats are called mini-wheats, but they're actually way too big. And so what they did is they introduced a new variety of mini-wheats called bite-sized mini-wheats. And my joke is that now you have to explain to people what makes them bite-sized, even though they're already mini. And the answer is, well, if you ever saw the original mini-wheats, you'd realize that they filled up a whole bowl each.
Yeah.
And the big question is, well, why were they called mini? And that's the question no one can answer.
Because they're smaller than
Wheats?
I guess, yeah.
See?
They're not 6 feet long.
I just said you can't answer it, and it turns out you can't answer it.
You cannot answer.
Yeah, there's some prototypical cereal where the wheats were seriously like 3.5 feet long, and someone said, you know, this would be a really good cereal if they fit into a bowl. And so they made them just small enough to fit into the average bowl, but didn't go any further than that.
That's where the term cereal bar originated from.
You have to realize, though, that if we're having the mini-wheats conversation now, I can't use it on the outtakes.
No, you definitely can. The original one was more funny.
Okay, Hector's charging me there.
Besides, who doesn't want to hear
Big Hector's kicking old man's
Blakey
ass.
and I ranting about really, really random stuff?
The big Hector's kicking old man's ass, and he just actually died. I should draw his fire so I can rescue old man.
Oh, ow.
I don't know how aggro works in this game, but the Hectors will get pissed off at a person. I don't know if it's related to damage or what.
I don't either.
Okay,
Also,
old
these
man.
little Hectors seem to be just
Stay with me, old man.
infinite. I don't know what's going on here.
No, that's just a lot of them.
I guess.
Okay, all the Hectors are coming after you now, Rantis, so you're the Hector magnet.
See that.
This is going to be a long episode, I predict.
Yeah, let's see, we're at
So
6.
what is Sully doing exactly? You don't have to look at the time code, I was just saying.
I don't know. I was just
I
curious.
wasn't asking.
Well, I was informing.
I'm trying to figure out why Sully's just kind of hovering in the middle of the firefight here.
Because clearly it's safer to fly around in circles while giant robots are smashing around than it is to
But it seems like the
land
giant
out
robot
of the
has
way.
several weapons that could easily hit a hovering hovercraft. Like that one, for example. Which fires hundreds of little rockets.
So I don't think you do any damage when you're shooting these things in the back. I'm just noticing now that there's like that force field ripple effect when you're not shooting them in the chest.
Okay, well that may be so, but I'm shooting him in the chest, so I care not.
If shooting them there does anything, probably not.
Although I am thinking maybe I should use my gun instead
Should
of rocket
probably
launcher.
run
Oh, I just died.
Or
Look at that.
die. Oh.
Yeah, I should run. I should run or die. You guys about that full health, so I'm in good shape. But the problem is now he's going to come after you. Although,
Well, I kind of wanted you
after
to start
you-
running towards me so I could start shooting him, but you were
well, there
like,
you go. You got your wish.
you're not running towards me. You're lying on the ground near a ditch.
But you can shoot him.
Oh, wow, that is really painful. Oh, old man's gonna get you.
Yeah, obviously.
Give me that.
Old man is the player here I trust. Old man's our greatest ally.
He is actually our greatest ally.
No, my greatest ally. It's just I don't trust you at all.
That's because
totally
I
the
never
problem.
die. I think
Yeah,
you
I
will
don't trust
find
vampires.
after watching the entire series back to back, because I know everybody watching will do just that.
There, I got
Oh.
the final shot. I don't know if that's
Oh, I
true or not.
died at the
Oh,
very
oh,
end
who
of the
just
game.
never died? Who was that? Who never died? I can't remember.
Yeah. Oh,
Can't remember
the
who that
irony
was
of
who never
speaking
died.
Soon.
Okay, so we have some guys left.
Yeah. Oh, there's another giant Hector
Where's he at? I don't see him.
behind you. The only other place he could be.
He's too far away to show up on my radar, so I couldn't see him.
They're kind of hard to miss when you're looking in the right direction.
Well, I was looking at my radar.
Also, the giant mothership also is using Star Wars copyrighted attacks, shooting its
Star Wars or Star Trek?
What? Oh yeah, sorry, Star Trek.
Yeah,
Shooting
well, I mean,
phase-
if they installed like Star Trek phasers inside the giant,
Well, I mean, you can see there's an
Daddy
annoying like
Longlegs.
photon torpedoes shooting down at us.
Does it make the same sound effect?
I actually can't hear a distinct sound effect for them, so I don't know. Maybe you can tell.
I can only hear the sound effect of the big daddy Hector here. You think Hector is named after like the historical, legendary Hector?
Yes, I do.
Oh, someone else killed that one, but he's dead. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
And there's the screen whiting out.
Oh, really? The wall.
So, fortunately, on this level, the stuff that the mothership shoots out doesn't hurt you that much.
Oh, what?
Yet.
Yeah, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Look at that. First one in.
According to the cutscene, we're all simultaneously running towards it.
Oh, we get a shooting gallery.
Yep.
And just like that, the game ends the same way it started, with us shooting out of the side of a plane.
Hasn't ended yet. I'm listening to Sully's awesome dialogue there, which consists in mostly the word "whoa" as far as I can work
And
out.
huge and massive, and talking about how big something is.
You know what's awesome is how he's flying towards it and not away from it.
I'm noticing that too.
Are we supposed to be shooting at it?
No, I don't
you can
think
actually
so.
hurt it.
Why don't you just sit there piloting while it goes all Independence Day on us? Seriously.
This is thrilling.
Lightning? Lightning!
So somehow it didn't vaporize the ants when it did the giant laser blast, but
Is that it?
I guess so.
Hey, look, I hit the next rank. Not that it really
Chapter
matters, because
1,
that's the
mission
last
1
mission.
starts in 20 seconds.
So, yeah, so what it does is when you finish up the game, and it's kind of disappointing, because we didn't get to kill the mothership, did we?
No, you don't.
I
That's
forgot
why-
about that, actually.
Yeah. It's
See,
a
now in the
cliffhanger.
first, in EDF 2017, you got to kill the mothership. I'm just saying, that game was better in many significant ways.
Yep.
But apparently we somehow fought the Ravagers to a standstill, and now this is a happy ending.
So, how was that for an exciting cliffhanger conclusion? Until next time, when we play Earth Defense Force Insect Armageddon 2!
When will that come out?
Yeah, which will never come out.
Yeah. Should it ever happen? I don't know.
Like one of those movies they intentionally leave open for a sequel, and then the movie doesn't do well enough to get funded for a sequel.
This movie's awesome. I mean, game. This game is awesome.
This movie is quite cinematic and awesome.
Seriously, though, I mean, now that we've finished it up, what do you think of Earth Defense Force Insect Armageddon?
Well, I mean, obviously, it's funny. As simple as it is, it's actually quite enjoyable, especially when you have friends to play with. And I think the first couple times we played through the game, we had at least one other person we were playing with. So it was myself, Blakey, and then one of our mutual friends, I think. And it was a blast. I mean, going through the campaign on multiple difficulties, even though it was pretty much identical, it remained entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, one thing we didn't mention is there is what's called a campaign remix, which what it does, you go through the campaign again, but it gives you a completely different balance of enemies in every level, so it is pretty different seeming. It kind of is refreshing. The other mode we haven't talked about yet is the survival mode, and I'm going to tell you right off the bat that I think it was kind of disappointing.
I thought it was okay. I mean, survival mode is basically what you've come to expect from horde mode style wave-based enemy encounters. I mean, it's basically what every game throws in for really easy multiplayer nowadays. It's nothing.
Yeah, well, and I guess part of my problem there is I don't like that game mode in general. I didn't like it in, Halo 3 or Halo Reach. I didn't like it in Warhammer, the PC, or RTS, whatever that one's called. I mean, I'm not a fan of that game mode, so that might just be me. As for my thoughts on Insect Armageddon, I mean, I know I've said this like the whole run, probably at least once in every episode, but I actually, and it's going to sound stupid if you've actually seen the game, but I actually think I honestly prefer Earth Defense Force 2017. And the reason is that it is, well, it's a longer game for one. There's a lot more content to it, which is I think important. This game, I mean, what you've seen here is you've seen the entire game. That's in full playthrough, 100%. So the challenge in this game is mostly you play through at the different difficulty levels. You level up your character because you need to level up your character to get to the different difficulty levels, etc. But the 2017 had 5 difficulty levels. Your character leveled throughout the whole thing, where every level you picked up health pickups, and if you didn't pick up the health pickups, you weren't strong enough to complete the next level up. The weapon variety, there was like, I think I said 190 before, but it's in the high 100 or 200 range. Seriously amazing weapon variety. The weapons they're kind of crazy in this game, but the weapons in this game are rooted in reality. Whereas in 2017, for instance, it had a grenade launcher where the explosion radius of the grenade was larger than the distance it launched from your body, and so the grenade launcher would virtually always kill you unless you're firing it off the top of a tall building. And that's stupid. It's horrible game design. And if you went to the game design university and submitted that as your final project, your professor would give you a D minus. But it was fun as hell, and when you discover things like that in the game, it just, I don't know, it had a really life and joy to it, and it was clear to me that despite the quirkiness and despite the bugginess, I mean, it was really a labor of love, kind of. The game
Well,
probably didn't get much love budget-wise, didn't get a lot of love translation or voice acting-wise, but it was just super fun to play.
see, it's funny. I think this game suffers from some of the same problems that Portal 2 suffered from in terms of, kind of what you're talking about. So, the first US Earth Defense Force, the 2017 one, I think they actually, hit the nail on the head as far as including stuff that is genuinely funny in the game. Even if it's sort of accidental, it's still quite hilarious. Like, so even though there's 190 some weapons, half of them don't work, or they do really bizarre, buggy type things like what Blakey was describing with the grenade launcher. And then for this game, it has some of that, but it just feels more forced in comparison. Kind of like the humor from Portal 1 feels very natural. And then Portal 2, it feels kind of like they were trying to maintain that same vein of humor a little bit too much, I guess, and they kind of like forced themselves into it, so the humor ended up being somewhat less funny than it was previously. And I feel like,
I think a good way to put it is that the development time, they traded off the development time from, instead of just packing in tons and tons of content, into developing, the sophisticated models, sophisticated graphics, sophisticated effects, sophisticated physics models, things like that. And I think it kind of misses the point. I think a good example for me would be if you ever played Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. Excellent game. One of the best games. Actually, I would probably say the best game on the original Xbox. One of the best games in the last 10, 12 years. I guess it came out in 2002. Great game. Now, the makers of that game, when they were looking at the sequel, what they did is they listened to the people who were talking about what was weak with the first game. And so what the people said is, or the people they talked to said, well, the combat was weak. And, honestly, it's true. The combat in Prince of Persia: Sands of Time was kind of weak. But what they didn't listen to is they didn't listen to the people who loved the first game. And so when they made the sequel, they made a game that was super heavy on combat, had a better combat system, but it didn't have the same kind of gameplay that made the original game so beloved. And so it's kind of like, in listening to the people who don't like your game to get suggestions on how to improve it, you can kind of miss the point of the game. Like, you're not listening to the right people all the time. And that's not to say trying to improve your game is a bad idea. Obviously, that's stupid. It's just that you need to make sure that the core, that the soul of the game is still the same thing. You don't want to just completely change it. I think another good example of that would be the change between Crackdown and Crackdown 2.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I would
disappointing.
say that Crackdown 2 completely missed the point of what made the original Crackdown fun in pretty much every way.
Well,
And
to be
incidentally,
fair,
it also added that stupid zombie survival mode.
yeah, I mean, to be fair, for Crackdown 2, it was a different development studio, I believe, and they were rushed to do it because they had a publication deal this time with somebody who was, much more strict as far as, whatever their release timeline was. And ultimately, I mean, they put together the game a lot faster than they did the first one, and it was basically ended up being just a rehash with some minor modifications, and overall it was just kind of a disappointment. Like, I almost felt like it was more of a DLC, like a extended DLC type thing, rather than a brand new game.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Um, so, Rantis, any final thoughts?
No, I mean, if you haven't picked this game up or haven't played it, I think it's worth a play. You can probably pick it up pretty cheap. Just make sure that if you get it, you have friends to play with. It's one of those games that's kind of a cult classic, so to speak. Probably 2017 more so than this game, but I think both are definitely worth a look if you have time to play them. But yeah, other than that,
Yeah, I'd concur with that, but I'd actually go a step further and say if you do have a friend, maybe invite them over to your house. 2017 doesn't have online multiplayer that I can remember, but it does definitely have split screen for 2 players, and it's available in the Xbox Live Store.
yep.
So you can actually buy it and download it anytime. I'm not sure if this game is or not, but it very well could be. It's a couple years old now. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's a good playthrough. I mean, if you've watched this video, if you're to this point, I think you already know whether this is the kind of game you'd enjoy or not. Obviously, so if you have some friends to play with, Insect Armageddon, play through it, get to level 8, get the really super awesome weapons, so you can gush over how super awesome they are, and yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with that. If you are looking for, something with a really strong story, this isn't for you. If you're looking for something that has tactical gameplay, this isn't for you.
Nope.
So, yeah, that includes our first Robots in the News series. 15 episodes. Hope you all enjoyed it. We'd love to hear your comments if you want to leave comments on the YouTube page or whatever else we have set up. And we'll be announcing our next game relatively soon, towards the end of this one, and we'll be posting some funny outtakes as well.